Before you started your travel training, how did you get to school?
My mum normally took me to school before travel training.
Before you started the travel training, did you ever think that you would be able to make the journey to school by yourself?
Did I ever think, did I ever think I'd be doing it as soon as this? I thought I might do it when I was a bit old. I didn't think I'd be doing it when I was 13, 14.
So now you've started your travel training, how do you get to school?
And then I started, well, I leave home about 8:15. Then I wait at the bus stop, which is down the pub, near the pub. Right through the 3:11 or the 3:13. I catch that and it takes me into Wednesbury where I got to stand there and wait for the 428 or the 429.
How do you know which bus you've got to catch?
Well, I look for a number and see what it says. When I got to the Wednesbury bus stop, you'd be writing right where the bus would stop, and then I'd walk down to stand there, yeah, and we'd wait for the bus there. And later on, you waited to stand there, and I went and found you there.
So what do you enjoy about travelling to school independently on the bus?
Well, it makes me feel more independent. So to look after things, and so I realise that going to school by myself isn't that big a thing.
And how do you feel when you get to school and you've done it by yourself?
I feel quite good. I take stand going to school. It's a very good feeling.
Have you ever thought about making any other journeys other than your journey to school?
I have thought about trying to catch the bus to grandma's, or maybe down to the swimming pool. Stuff like that. It's made me more independent. I've become less and less nervous about doing it as I went by. It's time to get used to the buses, and I know which one to catch to where.
Has anything ever gone wrong during your travel training?
Yes, there was one time where the bus drove straight past, or it didn't come quite on time, so I had to wait for another bus. Actually, there was one time where I was about 10 minutes late for school.
Would you have any tips or advice for any other people that might be interested in doing travel training?
Don't be nervous about it.
Are you glad that you did the training?
Yes, I am.
You are.
Yes.
Super.
I'm more independent. I enjoy catching the buses now.
What did you think about the person who did the training with you?
I think she was quite nice and she was helpful. And she was kind. She knew what she was doing.
Would you recommend travel training to other young people?
Yes, because it makes them more confident, more independent. I think we're going around still by themselves, show them that I can do it. It'll generally make them more independent.
Eliot goes to Woden'sborough High School, and just after he started at Woden'sborough, he was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. Eliot worries a lot about things, big things and little things. And sometimes the worrying takes over his life and he can't concentrate on what he really needs to do. When the opportunity came up for Eliot to do this independent travelling, I was a bit wary, not knowing whether Eliot would be able to cope with it or not. I didn't, because I'd always took him to school, and for me personally, I liked taking him to school because I knew he was safe, but I knew that Eliot needed this independence of going on buses if he was going to progress and eventually go to college. So yeah, I was really worried, even more than Eliot, I think. But I mean, he's doing the independent travelling and he's come on leaps and bounds. So I'm glad he has done it now. Would I have thought about him going on the bus by himself? No. The travel trainers came to our house and explained every stage that what was going to happen to both Eliot and to myself. So every detail that they could have told us, they told us, and if we got any questions, they answered all the questions that we had. It was more for reassurance for me as well as for Eliot. So it did take some of that fear away, having the independent traveller come to the house and sit down and talk to both me and Eliot.
I was a bit worried about how Eliot would cope with it at first, but I thought it was a good idea. It's something he needs to learn to do. He seems to be more mature, grown up in some ways. Quite looks forward to it. He's even asked if he can go on his own to visit his grandparents on the bus by himself. To do something on his own, it's quite a remarkable thing for Eliot to do. He was nervous at first, so we was all working together to try and build his confidence up and not to worry. Doesn't matter if the bus doesn't turn up, another one will be along in a minute, and just constant reassuring. So we have worked together on that aspect. We're thinking now more that Eliot's growing up and going towards adulthood, where he's got to start becoming more independent. So I think we're appreciating that it's something the training that he needs to do to go to that next step forward to being an adult.